And we're back here at the Rocking Protein Pickleball Center at Bellbank Park in Mesa, Arizona for the final matches of pool play. We've got two teams here, the LA Mad Drops and the Florida Smash, both undefeated in pool play. So one looking to punch their way into the finals. I will say this, I'm sorry to everybody. Usually we split up the Australian accents, but today you've got Chad Edwards and joining me, Morgan Evans. Morgan, thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, look, this day is unforgettable for a lot of reasons. The last thing you just mentioned, for me, primarily. The Mad Drops, I think they are certainly the most well-rounded team in the draw. You've got Irina Tereschenko, Parenteau, Julian Arnold, Thomas Wilson. There's just no real weaknesses in any of their games. That said, on the other side, I did call one of the matches for the Florida Smash, and I watched Travis Rettenmaier light the court on fire with single-handed backhand volleys that, I tell you, I don't think I've seen anybody on the court with that kind of power and precision. He teamed up beautifully with Collin Johns. Jessie, Irvine, and Jorja Johnson took care of business early on, and I think they're going to have their work cut out for them. Tereschenko and Parenteau have been around the game for so long now. They've seen newcomers come and go, and they have weathered the storm time and time again.
Yeah, that's a good point that you bring up there. Jorja Johnson for the Florida Smash. She's been in these high tense and high pressure situations before, but when you look at how long Parenteau and Tereschenko have been around the game and how often they've been in these situations, it's not unknown for a younger player to kind of crack under the pressure a little bit. You got Jessie Irvine that's going to try to hold it together.
Yeah, so it's a real test for her, and it'll be a great sign if she's able to handle the kind of pressure they're going to put on her, because they will target her. It's exactly what's going to happen. I think they'll feed Irvine just enough balls to keep her honest. She will do a wonderful job on the right side. However, it is that left side that attracts so many balls regardless of who's there. And I think Jorja Johnson, she is my pick for most improved player for 2022. And I think we're all excited to see if she can live up to the hype on this massive stage. This is the world stage. Major League Pickleball has, well, it's come a long way since its inception, and now with all the greatest players in the world playing, there's no better stage to light it on fire.
That's for sure. Major League Pickleball has done a fantastic job of bringing the hype, bringing the energy to pickleball and the team aspect of it. We'll take a look at some of the other pools while we watch these ladies continue to warm up. So the New Jersey Fives punched their ticket through to the quarterfinals, potentially the bye into the semifinals after beating the Shock and going 3-0. All three of their matches went to the Dream Breaker, and they've got a pretty solid singles lineup. The other teams that are looking to punch their way through, obviously our two teams here, the Los Angeles Mad Drops and the Florida Smash, both 2-0. And the other team that is 2-0, the Seattle Pioneers, they are over on championship court right now. Can't quite see what the matchup was. I think the Seattle Pioneers were up 2-1 going into the third mixed doubles.
Yeah, that's correct.
Matchup. I mean, the second mixed doubles matchup.
In the one we're about to see, I think the Florida Smash have to do whatever it takes to avoid the Dream Breaker. The LA Mad Drops have a fantastic singles lineup. Parenteau, one of the best in the world. Irina Tereschenko in that conversation. And if you haven't watched Julian Arnold play singles, it's amazing just how quickly he gets around the court. Typically, when I see Thomas Wilson playing, he's the guy who's the most agile, fastest, often quickest hands as well. But Arnold, that two-handed backhand he's been able to develop in the last year, It's quite impressive. So the girls just about to get it going. Tereschenko will be serving to Irvine.
Just trying to get our mic set right here.
Yeah, when I've been here, I've cranked it almost to like 80%. I'm quite soft-spoken. I don't know if you know that about me.
Well, I like to keep my eardrums. Thank you very much.
Oh, no. you've got sensitive hearing, do you? And I'm learning a lot about you, Chad.
I am very sensitive. Tereschenko to serve. That ball just deep off for the paddle of Jorja Johnson.
That's one of the things you'll see from the more veteran players, their ability to leave the balls.
Nice
straight through to the keeper.
Yeah, nice step in from Johnson there. Irvine was kind of set up with the backhand. I think Tereschenko and Parenteau were expecting the backhand of Irvine. Ambitious?
Yeah, a little ambitious. It wasn't quite there, but you know, you got to find out first.
Tough to give away 3 points in this scoring or rally scoring situation with MLP.
Just catches the net and gets the better of Parenteau. Both teams just feeling each other out.
And we see another missed return from Johnson.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep a lot of returns on her test to see whether or not her third shot drops are up to the mark. So precise is Jessie Irvine with both wings.
She's got a lot of power in that frame. So, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Jorja Johnson, it's great to see her finding her range with that third shot drive. She knows she needs it to alleviate some pressure, make the fifth shot drops a little easier.
Good hands from Tereschenko there. Twisting up Irvine and Parenteau for the put away. Another 3 point.
Yeah, that's uncharacteristic error from Irvine. Good leave. God, I would have hit that all day long.
I think the only reason why she left that one is Tereschenko beat her across that body. A little dodgeball from Tereschenko.
Yeah, she would have been one of the first picks in high school, right?
So we're back all square at sixes. Parenteau, nice ball in the middle. Kind of a little bit of miscommunication there between Johnson and Irvine.
Yeah, and these players typically don't play with each other, so it's easily going to happen.
As you said, Johnson, the predominant target for the mad drops.
I like that she's not afraid to dink down the line to Tereschenko. That can alleviate some pressure, force Tereschenko to think about going cross-court to Irvine. That's a big win for Johnson. She needed one of those hand-speed exchanges to go her way.
Florida smash, back up 8-7. That ball flattened out.
Yeah, she's 1 from 3, but I'm sure she'll find her rhythm again. It's quite a flat forehand though, isn't it? I'd love to see some shape on that ball over the next few years.
Ambitious poach there from Parenteau. Really put herself out of position going for that one.
Yeah, I still like intercept for that. It's, well, that one possibly a poach. I think Johnson is pulling the trigger just a little bit early. I'd love to see her settling in up to the kitchen line, trusting that she can hang in the dink exchanges as opposed to, you know, one and done.
That one's just wide off of the paddle of Johnson.
Yeah, it kind of speaks to the pressure Tereschenko was applying, moving in, covering a lot of the middle. We all know that that two-handed backhand is lethal.
Good spot from Johnson going behind Tereschenko, catching her while she was still moving.
I think Tereschenko starting to get some reads, and I wouldn't be surprised if an Ernie comes out fairly soon. It was kind of a hybrid third shot, wasn't it?
Relentless pressure from the Mad Drops.
And they get the switch, albeit by the slimmest of margins.
So the Mad Drops up 11-10 here at the end change. Morgan, if you're the Florida Smash, what are you talking about in the huddle right now?
I think just a little bit more patience from the Johnson side. I think after a third shot is looking half decent, she's rushing forward and she's reluctant to drop that next ball. I think she's trying to start a fight with Tereschenko very early, and so far it hasn't really worked out for her. So I think one more fifth shot drop, just resetting that ball into the kitchen and just playing a slightly more patient game, finding those opportunities, see if they can't get Tereschenko or Parenteau to actually make the first move and then counter those attacks.
So Parenteau serving, 11-10. Textbook transition there from the Mad Drops, getting himself back into that point.
Yeah, the moment Parenteau really moved around the backhand, played that really beautiful inside-out cross-court forehand dink, she started to open things up.
Oh, so Tereschenko calling that one out originally. Irvine not having any of it, and Tereschenko overturned her own call.
Well, that's nice, isn't it?
Yes, we've seen a little bit of controversy with some line calls here so far at our Mesa MLP stop.
By Margaritaville.
A little bit of hesitation there from Johnson.
Yeah, it looked like she was well balanced. So 4 points the margin. Good deep serve.
Oh, it catches the right shoulder of Irvine as she's trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, there was a couple of very high balls there. So a bit of a freebie.
So score is actually 14-11. Good ball movement from the smash there, but not the best of speed-ups from Irvine.
Yeah, it was the two-handed backhand from Tereschenko that was met with a single-handed backhand from Irvine. And, well, two hands are better than one in so many different areas of this game.
So we're going to take a timeout here by the Florida Smash. So at the end change, you talked about wanting to see the Smash be a little bit more patient, not take as many chances, and kind of stay in the dink rallies a little bit longer. We saw a couple of times, but not so much.
Yeah, I think the other thing they could look towards is getting Irvine to play a slightly more dominant role. Even though she is on the right side, it's not so easy. She's got a wonderful two-handed backhand, and there's nothing stopping her just cramping up a little closer to the middle and force the target spots for the mad drops to be slightly tighter.
We're actually going to see a side change here from the Smash. Irvine going over to the left side now. Johnson on the right.
All right, good call. I like it.
I was actually talking with Jessie a little bit yesterday after their first round match, and they did something very similar in that one as far as they're putting Johnson on the left, seeing how she's handling the pressure. If she's not up to the task, sliding her over to the right, and now Irvine looking to take control of that middle. Good step in there from Tereschenko.
Yeah, I like that Parenteau and Tereschenko had a good chat about if they needed to change their spots as well, and they elected to keep their positions.
Good counter attack from Jorja Johnson.
Yeah, she got up and over that ball very quickly. If she can really find her range and her rhythm, then they got a good chance.
Oh, that ball was going out all the way.
Yeah, Irvine's been caught once, now Johnson's been caught once, just in that right shoulder.
So 17-12 for the Mad Drops. That ball looked a little deep. Parenteau and Irvine questioning if the referee saw that one long. She agrees. Nice ball from Johnson.
Yeah, it looked like Parenteau had really thought about attacking with the forehand side on the previous shot, and she decided to try and right that wrong with the backhand, and didn't work out.
Good 1-2 combination there from Parenteau. Backhand side to Johnson.
Yeah, the accuracy for her to be able to do that in the space of a fast reflex volley exchange, very impressive. Just 3 points away now.
A little off balance there from Parenteau. She set herself up quite nicely.
She's got it. Johnson did a good job of defending a body shot with the forehand side, but in the end, Tereschenko That tried and true backhand. She finds her rhythm so well. Good shape on it.
Yeah, good get and good pressure there from the Mad Drops.
Yeah, the agility of Parenteau to stretch wide and keep that ball out of real range has given them a game point. Ooh, that was an out ball. Oh. Well, all's well that ends well, right, Chad?
Gave him a second chance there at the out ball. So the Mad Drops taking this first one 21-15. We've seen how important this first women's doubles point is in this format.
Yeah, it either adds pressure or takes away pressure from the men. And in this case, Rettenmaier and Collin Johns are going to have to step up, take care of business against a very good duo in Thomas Wilson and Mr. Julian Arnold, Andiamo Arnold. We are going to hear some theatrics, I'd say.
I think you're quite right. We are going to mute ourselves here for a little bit while you watch the men warm up, and we'll be back in just a minute for our men's doubles match with LA Mad Drops up 1-0. All right, we are back here on Grandstand Court for our men's doubles matchup.
The crowd is getting restless, rowdy almost.
Thomas Wilson, Julian Arnold taking on Collin Johns, Travis Rettenmaier. Mad Drops up 1-0 after women's doubles. You look for that aggression coming out of Julian Arnold.
First point, and the man is on fire already. Well, that was a good duck from Collin Johns, protecting the moneymaker.
That ball just out, staying within the vicinity of the court.
That could have been in Chandler pretty quickly.
I'm okay with that drive from Rettenmaier.
Yeah, look, he had a lot of success with it yesterday against a different animal, though. Arnold is he's gonna try that all day long, isn't he?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a shot that we're gonna see a lot of from Julian Arnold. He's gonna hold it, go down the line, or back through the middle.
Yeah, there's just so much shape and so little clearance above the net from Arnold. He seems like he's got this unique ability to get an inch above the net time and time again.
Tough ball to speed up there. Arnold back on his back foot, trying to flick that one up.
Yeah, we'd often say it's in the budget, you're on serve, don't worry, but that budget doesn't quite exist like it does normally in side-out scoring.
Good around the post there from Rettenmaier. Couple of inches off the ground, not hit extremely hard either.
Yeah, I want him to start chirping as much as he wants. And see if Arnold can return fire.
Oh, another free point there from Julian Arnold brings the score back to 4s.
Arnold really playing the alpha role, coming over that far, knowing full well that Wilson has a wonderful two-handed backhand. It's for him to really get into his zone.
Oh, and then shape from Wilson as well.
It's a rocket ship.
Just died over the net.
That's too good from Arnold. I'm surprised we haven't had an andiamo just yet.
Had a couple of fist pumps, a couple of yells, but no full-blown andiamo yet.
Yeah, overly ambitious on that one. He's deadly with the two-handed backhand. The lean-in stab single-handed backhand volley. There's no one who's quite that good.
Perfect spot from Wilson going crossbody on Rettenmaier.
Yeah, and it looks like Arnold has got a great read of when Wilson is going to pull that trigger. He was already there, cramping middle to be able to follow up.
Nice reach in from Arnold.
Yeah, I'm not sure this slow and steady is going to win the race attitude from Johns is actually going to work. Both Wilson and Arnold are so good at speeding up off the bounce.
Arnold already jumping out of the way before Rettenmaier hit that ball, recognizing it's going to be very difficult for him to keep it inside the court. So Mad drops up 10-5. And a very quick 11-5 lead for the Mad Drops.
Yeah, I saw a blood vessel burst in the forehead of Arnold in that final scream. Let's hope he can take care of that.
Yeah, and that's something, you know, we've seen Julian play his best when he is extremely active and high pace, high energy. However, he kind of has that threshold that if he goes over it just a little too far, then everything kind of goes right.
For sure, and if any team can push him to, you know, have to dial it back when he realizes, I've gone too far and I've got to settle myself down a little bit. It's not so easy for him to just ramp it up and find that right kind of middle ground of aggression. But so far, it has looked electric. Wilson has done his job well, but Arnold has closed the show so many times with that two-handed backhand. The wheels on that man.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
The ball.
Thomas Wilson just looking back at the commentary booth.
He's like, yep, I'm on the court too. I'm here to get that ball in case it goes past Arnold.
Yeah. I can grab you a drink if you like. Just let me know what you need.
Nice cross-body roll there from Wilson.
Yeah, because he owns such a good down-the-line thread as well, it's tricky for Rettenmaier to really get a good feel for which one's going to be through the middle and what he has to deal with on the backhand. Oh, this is not going to go well.
What the? I mean, Wilson hits a ball without even seeing it as it goes over Arnold's shoulder.
Yeah, if you thought you tuned into a semi-singles match, then you're not wrong.
Oh, Arnold using the net for a little added deception.
At the moment, the body language of the Florida Smash isn't quite there. They need to get excited about something.
You surprised no timeout yet from the smash?
Yeah. Great pickup from Wilson.
I mean, Johns even knew it was coming and still couldn't defend it.
Yeah, it's that good. He's so he gets so much spin on the ball, and he's so accurate with both wings.
So, Florida Smash getting a point back, but still down by 6.
Well, a little bit of luck goes a long way. Let's see if they can use that and try to spark some kind of momentum shift. Chad, what do you think they can do to stem the flow here?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'll answer you after this point. So part of what I was going to say is, you know, one thing when you're playing against this aggressive player like, we're going to have a timeout here from the Mad Drops. I think Thomas Wilson's heartbeat is getting a little elevated right now. He is wearing his heart rate monitor. We've had some issues in the past. But yeah, I think for the Florida Smash, you know, typically when you're playing against these aggressive guys at fast pace, if you are trying to just stay in the point, move the ball around, you're giving them the opportunity to just speed the ball up at you. It's almost like you need to start the firefight first, so then you're already anticipating that it's coming hard rather than you're guessing and off balance as far as where you're
great point. And I think we saw Collin Johns do exactly that off the bounce. You know, as soon as he launches that, and he's got a very familiar kind of body language that we've all seen when he plays alongside Ben Johns. He leans back on that right foot, has a nice wind-up, and it gives his partner an opportunity to clamp center and help assist in the upcoming firefight.
So the Smash now back within 4, 10-14. Tough to stay in the point when you pop a ball up like that, though.
Yes, no, everyone at the MLP facility here at Bellbank Park could put that one away.
Good deep balls there by Rettenmaier.
So 11-15. Rettenmaier is going to be serving to Andiamo Arnold. Johns needed to slide a little further and be much more aggressive with that counterpunch.
Yeah, it's kind of like a slide and just a block.
Mm. And an uncharacteristic error. I tell you, there's just no breathing room. I think they know at any moment Wilson or Arnold can and will pull the trigger. And they haven't been able to settle into a dink rhythm at all. Oh, that's gorgeous. He had Rettenmaier moving, anticipating a middle attack, or at least attack to the forehand side, and slid it delicately down the backhand side.
And a freebie there from Collin Johns puts Florida Smash in quite a hole here at 19-11.
Yeah, it's a mountain to climb. Johns got away with it, but I think he knows that was a very risky move. And at this point, though, they're kind of left with tough choices. Only a handful of difficult things they are able to do. There's no easy pathway to success at the moment.
Good drive there from Johns, giving Arnold a taste of his own medicine.
Ooh.
Nice little body shot from Wilson. You know, just watching that point, the synchronization from Arnold and Wilson is on point. Brings up game point here at 2013 for the drops.
And that one fired into the commentary booth. One of our fine producers able to field it.
Ball a little long, so the mat drops are frozen at 20, but the smash will keep going with rally scoring till they get to 18.
Confusion. Arnold wants that ball. He has been taking care of that for the most part in this match. I think Wilson needs to just give him the right of way there. All right, good, clear communication on that one.
Good stop there from Arnold. Second game point here for the Mad Drops. Yeah, good setup there from Wilson. Again, going crossbody.
Yeah, impressive display. I mean, one of the most aggressive and clean aggressive pickleball I've ever seen, really. I think the high-level attacks off the bounce and the follow-up 1-2 punches that they were able to achieve against a very good side. I mean, they made them look ordinary, and they are anything but.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget the Florida Smash are coming in 2-0 here, and Morgan, you and I kind of talked about it a little bit before the beginning of this match. The Mad Drops looking like the most well-rounded or the best well-rounded team in MLP right now.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have a number one or two really in the, you know, the draft picks, but what they have is a whole bunch of people that can play incredibly good complementary pickleball. And I've often had a theory that two people who are, in terms of physique, dimensionally very similar, have a really good chance to play incredibly well because they have a much better feel for just how far their partner can reach, how far they can move, how long it's going to take them to get there, what kind of shot selections are going to be available. And when I look at Julian Arnold and Thomas Wilson, that's exactly what I just saw. They are almost identical in terms of height, reach, weight, speed around the court. And it's no surprise to me that they just clicked. I'd love to see them playing some more tournaments together.
Yeah, and that's, you know, I mentioned the synchronization between the two there a little bit. You know, you looked at Johns and Rettenmaier, both very accomplished players in their own right, but there was a lot of holes and a lot of you know, dragging of movement to say, whereas when you watched Arnold and Wilson, everything was covered, everything had an opportunity. They, like you said, they knew exactly what the other one was capable of.
Yeah, I mean, even though they clashed a few paddles in the middle, that's a much better problem to have than wondering whose ball it should have been and then having some neck strain watching balls go past.
So, looks like our first mixed doubles pairings are set. We've got Julian Arnold and Catherine Parenteau for the Mad Drops, and Jessie Irvine and Collin Johns for Florida Smash. Morgan, thoughts on this matchup?
I think Collin is going to have to, for lack of a better word, channel his inner Ben. And I hate to say it. You know, obviously, Ben Johns kind of has written the book on incredibly effective mixed doubles from the male point of view. And Jessie Irvine has partnered with Ben on a couple of occasions to great effect. I think she's going to be looking for Collin to start playing a more aggressive role and handle more balls. However, the way they're warming up right now, it looks like Jessie is going to be on the left-hand side and Collin is going to be on the right. So it's going to be very interesting if Arnold will make any switches. Looks like they're going to keep Arnold in front of Johns, while Jessie Irvine will be heads up with the incomparable, really, I'd say, almost, Catherine Parenteau. Now that she's joined Selkirk, incomparable.
When she was with Paddletech, it wasn't as kind of words.
She was comparable. No, I do love Paddletech. They're a great bunch, but I've been Selkirk through and through.
Good backhand roll there from Jessie Irvine, keeping Arnold honest. Something that Smash will be looking to do. Oh, then there's
early on
a big andiamo from Julian Arnold.
Yeah, he's not going to get into Jessie Irvine's head. She is rock solid. Her mind is a steel trap. A steel trap that is, you know.
Getting stared down and yelled at right now. She's just laughing in the face of Arnold. Oh, that ball's deep, sails off the paddle of Johns.
All the momentum has carried over into mixed doubles for the Mad Drops.
Good pressure there from Arnold again.
And we could see a very early timeout here from the Smash. Oh, that's amazing.
I mean, he slid into that ball.
What is a player to do? To, you know, watch that kind of speed and then touch. Who does that?
Oh, it was there, but she went for a little too sharp of an angle, catching the pole.
Yeah, she is one of, if not the best, around the post aficionado.
Oh, Parenteau got caught there, not expecting the ball to come back, but got away with one.
Yeah, and there was an out ball, I think, that Johns hit, and it plagued him for the rest of the point.
So 6-point lead here for the Mad Drops.
Yeah, Johns handled business in a very nonchalant fashion there, didn't he?
I just had a cup of tea while he was swatting flies.
Tea and Bickies.
Haven't had a good Anzac Bicky in a while.
It's been a minute for me too.
Nice move there from Arnold. Gives a little finger wag. Slides to the left and tees off on that forehand. I mean, the shape, the angle, the sideline to sideline by both Parenteau and Arnold right there.
Yeah, it's shocking. It's a clinic they're putting on at this point. I think Smash need to call a timeout, possibly a medical.
They may hold on for a couple of points here. Close to the side change, or the end change.
So, a positional switch from Smash.
Yeah, it's been the last few points, Morgan, if you want.
All right. You know, I'm watching something else. The Andiamo show.
Yeah, good move there from Johns.
Has it really?
Yeah, I did notice it. I just didn't mention anything.
Well, you got to mention it.
I didn't want to talk in the middle of the points.
Fair enough.
Good spot there from Arnold. Such a big forehand. But body positioning and contact point, picture perfect.
Yeah, that was a fantastic return from Collin Johns to at least make the third shot drop difficult.
Yeah, good hold and speed up there. Collin Johns giving a little stare down himself.
Yeah, we've seen what happens. Once in a while, he does get pretty fiery, and his game can elevate so quickly when he does it.
Nice reset from Johns.
All right. Are we seeing a momentum shift here? I'd say so, if I didn't know any better.
What was once a 7-point lead is now being cut down to 3. No, just out there on the reverse lob from Collin Johns. So the Mad Drops go up 11-7, forcing the end change.
Still, they're making a bit of a meal of it. I think Florida Smash should be happy that they didn't allow the Drops just to run away like they looked like they were going to do in that first 8 points. So the positional change has proved effective for Johns and Irvine. Andiamo, Arnold, and Parenteau, though, they're still well in control. And I think if you're Smash, you've got to get some of these returns over to Parenteau. Arnold, obviously, a lot of the conventional wisdom says return to the guy, make sure you can keep that guy back at least one extra ball. But I don't know. It looks like the risk right now is too much.
Little different philosophy here with that one. You know, Arnold will move up quickly, but he's not the one creating the pressure if Parenteau's the one hitting that third.
Yeah, just so much accuracy and ambition, really.
But
I mean,
it's so short and it's so quick.
Yeah.
It gets on.
It's the epitome of fortune favoring the brave.
Lead back out to 6 for the Mad Drops. Oh. All right, give it back, Jessie.
The first word from Irvine, affectionately known as Space Buns. I think her game has really raised the level since she went with this haircut.
It has, it has.
This might be too much. Or not.
Julian, Arnold, get out of here.
What are we doing here? I mean, the traversal.
Parenteau was shadow swinging throughout that point.
Well, she got some reps in. Oh, I think she's happy to have a crack at it as well, right?
Yeah, not to be outdone. She'll be like, Julian, you can do it. I can do it just as well. 7-point lead.
So big. So big. It's true, there was an out ball.
But again, that pressure and the relentlessness, you've just got to try to put a paddle on it.
Yeah, I think this first volley has to be with some serious steam. At the moment, Jessie Irvine is putting it back in play.
Steam or angle?
Well, both. It's got to come with much more heat to stop the oncoming attacks. Oh, don't get crazy, Arnold.
I mean, just the fact that he made that, the off balance behind two-hand backhand attack.
Well, we've been amazed at what he has been able to pull off so far, so who's to say what's in his future.
Parenteau sitting all over that forehand counterattack.
We're now just 3 points away from a clean sweep from the Mad Drops.
9-point lead.
And one of the first errors we've seen from him.
And it's almost like the ball was too easy for that one.
Well, Collin Johns definitely needed to get the monkey off his back there, and that's a great way to do it.
Good move there from Arnold. Johns not able to get on top of that one. Pushing the lead back out to 8. Mad Drops up 19-11.
That's just catching Parenteau in the chest.
Got it twice. Once off the chest, once in the back of the head to add insult to injury.
We did see a very subdued, sorry, paddle up from Collin Johns.
Good move there from Johns, jumping the kitchen, taking that ball early.
Yeah, look, he's played solid. It's just, at the moment, the firepower of Arnold and Parenteau, and obviously all the momentum, is just very difficult for him to handle. And that's given them match point.
Yeah, game and match point here for the Mad Drops. And there it is. Parenteau sells the speed up down the line. Johns catching that one a little late. Morgan
Wow.
The Mad Drop's just too strong for the smash in this one.
Yeah, just controlled aggression. Sometimes just sheer rage, but the speed, agility that they possessed out on the court today was, I don't know what I've seen like it in recent history. Very, very impressive, and well-deserved victory from the Los Angeles Mad Drops.
So the Mad Drops punched their ticket through to the finals. More than likely with that performance going straight into the semifinals as the 1 or 2 seed. I would have to imagine that the Mad Drops, well, in my mind at least, potentially in yours, are the favorites going into the finals after watching that?
Watching that, I'm trying to think of a men's team that can really challenge them. You know, obviously there's some great teams out there, so I won't speak too much, but they look like the ones to beat for me.
Well, that does it here for us out on Grandstand Court at the Rocking Protein Pickleball Center at Bellbank Park in Mesa, Arizona. We will have the quarterfinals coming up this afternoon over on Grandstand Sport, on Championship Court, I should say. But for Chad Edwards and Morgan Evans, thank you for joining us, 2 Australians, and I hope you had your closed captioning on.
Yeah.
But we look forward to being back here another time. Thanks for joining us, and check out MLP Pickleball.
It's the well, it's the place to be these days. It's such a fun event. Happy to be here alongside you, Chad. Take it easy, folks. We'll catch you next time.